So let's talk about why patients are not the best people to ask what they actually want. Okay, there is a misconception out there that the patients that you are working with, they know exactly what they want. Now, the reality of most patients, when they arrive in your world, they're not 100% clear what they want from a PT, what they want in terms of an outcome, and crucially, how they'll actually judge you at the end. Now, the PT profession is obsessed with outcomes. It is and trying to be more and more an outcome-based profession, and that's fine, I get that. But the problem with the outcomes that we are being, or certainly that we're talking to our customers about, they're not really the ones that are going to help people across the line and to potentially help us, the PT, navigate around the problems that we're all experiencing right now, which is happening because healthcare costs are rising and more people are having to delve into their own pocket, whether it's through copay, whether it's through deductible. People are having to spend more money now. Okay, again, remember, it's not about where we've come from and how the profession was built, which was on referrals from doctors and scripts and $5 copay. That doesn't exist anymore. The reality for most patients is now they have to make up their own decision. Healthcare consumerism is here, and they're having to spend probably $30, $40, $50 per session. That's if you're in network, and if you're a cash-based PT, you're probably going to have to spend $150 to $160, a patient is to access your service. So what do I mean by patients don't really know exactly what they want? All right, it's like this. So you look on Booking.com, and what you'll find is the review sites on Booking.com for any hotel that you're interested in staying in. The bad reviews and the good reviews will usually not be about the thing that you're actually about to book that hotel for. So if you think about why you're booking a hotel, ultimately it's to get a good night's sleep. Okay, you need a bed and you need to be able to close your eyes and go to sleep. Why then, on the review sites, are people obsessed with the service, the way that we made them feel, the way that they were spoken to in reception, the line, how quickly they checked in, the smell that was in the corridor, or the noise that was coming from next door? Whatever it will be, it will usually be internal stuff. It will be internal factors that we will ultimately judge the people that we do business with. So if you ask a patient at the beginning of a relationship, what are they looking for? They'll tell you they're looking for things like relief from pain, even ease of parking a car would be a factor. And yet, when they're reviewers, if you look at the review sites for a PT, they'll usually say that they loved you because you were empathetical, you were caring, you were kind, you were supportive, you held them accountable, you took an interest in their life, you connected with them, you just had something about you remembered their name or their family or their kids or whatever it will be. They're called internal factors. So think about that. At the beginning of a relationship, a patient will tell you that they want an outcome, but yet at the end of it, they will judge you on an internal mechanism, an internal thing, thought, feeling, whatever that might be at the end. So that's why I always say patients are not a great, they're not great to ask what do you want, because you'll get a superficial answer, and they'll usually tell you in a heartbeat it's pain relief, quite simply because they think that's why or that's what you're able to provide, and that's why they're there. But when you start to ask them questions very deeply, what are you here for? What are you looking for? What do you value in your life? What will I help you to be able to do if I can fix this problem for you? Those are the power questions. Those are the connections. Sorry, those are the questions that we're going to literally delve inside these people's thought processes and get this out. And if we can do that, that's the stuff that we can talk to them about all the way through our relationship with them and help them to enjoy the journey that patients are on with us. If you stick to the external stuff, you might do all right. You will struggle as costs and healthcare costs rise, and certainly as patients are having to pay more, and we're expecting patients to arrive for more visits to get the outcome that they need. That's going to be difficult if we run on the external problem. So remember that the review sites, you go check them all out for PTs and healthcare practitioners. The good and the bad reviews, the 5-star reviews and the 1-star reviews are usually about the person, the people, which is why I always say we treat these patients as people. We talk to them like people, not patients. If you open up your evaluation and just simply say, tell me about your pain, you're guilty of treating them as patients, not people. And you will be reviewed at the end of the relationship for how well you treat these patients as people, as human beings. Business is about understanding people. In the healthcare environment, there isn't another profession in the world that needs to understand that we need to speak to these people as people first and patients second. And if you can do that, you've got an opportunity to win. And that's why I always say patients don't really understand and don't really know what they want, and then their word initially is not a great thing to take. It's your job as a skilled practitioner in terms of communication to extract that from your patients, and once you have it, guard it with your life, and that is the reason that people will show up for more and more sessions at your PT practice, making you even more successful.